You've had your hair cut.
Cut! It strikes me I've had it mowed. I look as if I'd been cropped for the army.
Ah, the army. I recollect when I was in the militia.
Oh, now he's off on his hobby.
We were mounted on chargers. Yeah, Pauline! Whoa! We sounded the trumpet, we beat the drum. Somehow the enemy didn't come. So I gave up my horse in Her Majesty's force, for there wasn't a foeman to meet with the yeoman, and so no invasion threatened the nation. There wasn't a man in the rear or land who found an occasion. There wasn't a man in the rear or the land who found an occasion to sing. Rat-a-plan, 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 rat-a-plan,
This comes of having one's hair cut. None of my hats will fit me. By the by, Bouncer,
yes.
I wish to know how it is that I frequently find my apartment full of smoke.
Why, I suppose the chimney, sir.
The chimney doesn't smoke tobacco. I'm speaking of tobacco smoke.
Why, the gentleman who has got the antics is hardly ever without a pipe in his mouth.
Ah, then you mean to tell me that this gentleman's smoke, instead of emulating the example of all other sorts of smoke and going up the chimney, thinks proper to effect a singularity by taking the contrary direction.
Aye.
Then I suppose this gentleman is also the individual I invariably meet coming upstairs when I'm going down and going down when I'm coming up.
Why, I suppose
I should set him down as a gentleman connected with the printing interest.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Stay, Bouncer, stay. To me it has occurred that now's the time with you to have a word.
What can he mean? I tremble, I tremble.
Listen,
With pleasure.
now coals is coals, as sure as eggs is eggs. Coals haven't souls, no more than they have legs. But as you will admit, the case is so. Legs are no legs, like coals contrive to go. Contrive to go. Contrive to go. But as you will admit, the case is so that legs are no legs. My coals contrive to go. Contrive to go.
Well, I should say, but as it seems to me,
Exactly.
quite so,
Then we both agree.
as we agree, good day.
I've something more to say.
Mr. Cox, Mr. Cox, my feelings overpower me. That his larger, his friendly larger, should one suspect that Bouncer is as for who takes your coals, wood and all It must have been.
No, no, 'twas not the cat.
Rataplan, I'm a military man, strong, honest, I hope, though unpolished. And I'll bet you a hat that has to the cat's in the army's abolished.
Rataplan, you're a military man. Honest, I hope, though it doesn't appear. And as to the cat, the treacherous cat, if it isn't in the army, don't have it here.
Rataplan,
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 Rataplan, Rataplan, Rataplan, Rataplan, Rataplan,
Rataplan, I'm a military man.
Rataplan, he's a military man.
I'm a military man.
He's a military man.
A military man.
Rataplan, he's a military man. Honest, I hope, though it doesn't appear. And as to the cat, the treacherous cat, it isn't in the army, and we won't have it here. Rataplan, he's a military man. He's a military man.
He's gone at last. I was in fear Mr. Box would come in before Mr. Cox went out. Luckily, they've never met yet. For Mr. Box is hard at work at a newspaper office all night. He doesn't come home till morning. And Mr. Cox is busy making hats all day and doesn't come home till night. So I'm getting double rent for my room, and neither of my lodgers are any the wiser for it. And if either of them ever ask questions, I can always throw them off by singing Rataplan. Now, let me get Mr. Cox's things out of Mr. Box's way.
Why don't you keep your own side of the staircase?
I think you could do say, excuse me, there's not my side of the staircase. That's your fault.
Oh, it's just as much your fault as mine, sir.
Good day, sir.
I say, sir, it's just as much your fault as mine, sir.
Dear, Mr. Box, what a temper you're in, to be sure. I declare, you are quite pale.
What color would you have a man to be who's been upsetting long leaders for a daily paper all night?
Oh, certainly. Mr. Box.
Stop! Can you inform me who the individual is that I invariably encounter going downstairs when I'm coming up and coming upstairs when I'm going down?
The gentleman in the attic, sir.
There's nothing particularly remarkable about him, except his hats. I meet him in all sorts of hats. White hats and black hats, hats with broad brims and hats with narrow brims. In short, I have come to the conclusion that he must be associated with the hatting interest.
Oh, yes, sir. They tell me that's why he took the hattix.
Now, let's see. I have a rasher of bacon here somewhere. Here it is. And a penny roll. Next thing is to light the fire. Now, upon my life, this is too bad of Bouncer. I had a whole box full 3 days ago, now there's only one. Oh, Bouncer has been using my gridiron. The last article of consumption I cooked upon it was a pork chop. It is now powerfully impregnated with the odor of red herrings.
My master is punctual, always in business. Unpunctuality, even slight, is in his eyes such a crime that I'm showing my business shop. I thought there'd be the devil to pay. Yes, I thought there'd be the devil to pay. My aged employer with his physiognomy shining from smoke like a star in astronomy said, Mr. Cox, you'll oblige me and honor me if you will take this as your holiday, if you will take this as your holiday. Visions of Brighton and back in Ubrasha with cheap bed excursions already. The squash I feel feeling the rain put on my Macintosh I will. Now for my breakfast my light déjeuner. Now for my breakfast my light déjeuner. I bought a mutton chop. Good gracious, I forgot the bread. Hello, what's this? A roll, I declare. Come, that's lucky. Now to light the fire. Hello. Why, 'tis empty. I left one in it, I take my oath I did. Why, the fire is lighted. When where's the gridiron? On the fire, I declare, and what's that on it? Bacon. Bacon it is. Well now, 'pon my life. There's a quiet coolness about Bouncer's proceedings that's almost amusing. He takes my lost Lucifer, my coals, and my gridiron to cook his breakfast by. No, no, I can't stand this. Come out of that. Bacon. Goodness me. Things now then, for my things.
I wonder how long I've been asleep. Goodness gracious, my bacon! Hello? What's this? A chop! Who's chop? Bouncer's, I'll be bound. He thought to cook his breakfast while I was asleep. With my coals too, and my gridiron, ha ha! But where's my bacon? Here it is! Well, 'pon my life. And shall I curb my indignation? Shall I falter in my vengeance? No!
What's going on up there?
Oh, sorry, sir. It was an accident. I may as well lay my breakfast things.
Goodness, my chop. Hello. What's this? The bacon again? Confound it, dash it, damn it. I can't stand this.
That's a fucking door!
You'll excuse me, sir, that is not the second time I've done that. Who are you, sir? Tell me who.
If it comes to that, sir. Who are you?
Who are you, sir?
What's that to you, sir?
What's that to who, sir?
Who, sir? You,
Who
sir?
are you, sir?
Who are you, sir?
Tell me who, sir?
Tell me who, sir?
Who are you, sir? Tell me who, sir? Who are you, sir? Tell me who, sir? Who are printer.
Yes, 'tis the Hatter.
Yes, 'tis the printer. Leave the room or else shall I vainly struggle with a fire, with a raging fierce desire to do you an injury, Printer, printer, take a sinter. Printer, printer, take a sinter. Go and find a figure, hit the printer, figure, hit the printer, take a hit the go. Find a matter, take a hit the take a hit the go.
What are you doing in my room?
Your room, if on that you're bent. There is my receipt for rent.
Your receipt is very fine. If it comes to that, sir, here is my
Thieves!
murder.
Bouncer! Take it settle the printer, turn on the man.
Bouncer,
Bouncer!
bouncer.
Rataplan, 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 rataplan.
Instantly remove that hatter.
Immediately turn out that printer.
Well, but gentlemen...
Explain.
Explain whose room is this?
Yes, whose room is this?
Doesn't it belong to me?
No.
There, you hear, sir, it belongs to me.
No. It belongs to both of you.
Both of us?
Gents, don't be angry, but you see, this gentleman only being at home in the daytime and that gentleman at night, why, I thought I might venture until my little back second floor room was ready.
When will your little back second floor room be ready?
Tomorrow.
I'll take it.
So will I.
Excuse me, but if you both take it, you might as well just stop where you are.
True.
Now don't quarrel, gentlemen, and I'll see if I can have the other room ready this very day.
What a disgusting position.
Will you allow me to observe? If you haven't had any exercise today, you'd better go out and take it.
I shall not do anything of the sort, sir.
Very well, sir.
Very well, sir. However, don't let me prevent you from going out.
Don't flatter yourself, sir. I shall retire to my pillow.
I beg your pardon, sir. I cannot allow anyone to rumple my bed.
Your bed? Hark ye, sir. Can you fight?
No, sir.
No? Then come on.
Sit down, sir, or I'll instantly call police.
Oh, I say, sir.
Where, sir?
Although we are doomed to occupy the same room for a few hours longer, I don't see our necessity for our cutting each other's throats, sir.
Not at all. It is an operation that I should decidedly object to.
And after all, I've no violent animosity against you, sir.
Nor have I any rooted antipathy to you, sir.
Besides, it was all Bouncer's fault, sir.
Entirely, sir.
Very well, sir.
Very well, sir.
Do you sing, sir?
I sometimes dabble in a serenade.
Ah. Then dabble away.
The buttercup dwells on the lily mead, the daisy is bright to see, but brighter far are the eyes that read the thoughts in the heart of me. I come by night, I come by day, I come in the morn to sing my lay. I know my notes, I count each bar.
I play on the concertina. The concertina too.
Fiddle diddle dum,
Fiddle diddle dum,
fiddle diddle dum,
fiddle diddle 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 dum.
fiddle diddle dum, fiddle diddle dum, fiddle diddle dum, fiddle.
I come by night, I come by day, I come in the morn to sing my lay. I go in my notes, I count each bar, and I learn the tune of the guitar
On the gay guitar.
Have you read this month's Bradshaw, sir?
Oh, no, sir. My wife wouldn't let me.
Your wife?
Well, that is my intended wife.
Well, that's the same thing. I congratulate you.
Thank you. You needn't disturb yourself, sir. She won't come here. My intended wife happens to be the proprietor of a considerable number of bathing machines.
Where?
At a favorite watering place. How curious you are.
Not at all. Where?
Consequently, in the bathing season, which luckily is rather a long one, we see but little of each other. Are you married?
Me? Why, not exactly.
Oh, a happy bachelor.
Why, not precisely.
Oh, a widower.
No, not absolutely.
You'll excuse me, sir, but at present I don't exactly understand how you can help being one of the three.
Not help it.
No, sir, not you, nor any other man alive.
Ah, well, that may be, sir, but I am not alive.
You'll excuse me, sir, but I don't like joking upon such subjects.
Oh, but I'm perfectly serious, sir. I've been defunct for the last 3 years.
Will you be quiet, sir?
If you won't believe me, I'll refer you to a very large, numerous, respectable circle of disconsolate friends.
My dear sir, my very dear sir, if there does exist any ingenious contrivance whereby a man on the eve of committing matrimony can leave this world and yet stop in it, I shouldn't be sorry to know it.
Then there's nothing more easy. Do as I did.
I will. What is it?
Drown yourself.
Will you be quiet, sir?
Listen. Not long ago it was my fate to captivate a widow at Ramsgate.
It is odd to state the same that Margate did.
By her not liking to be kissed, I thought I'd better try to. In the lifeguard to blues enlist.
How odd, and so did I too.
I was not tall enough, they said.
Too tall, they said of me.
The infantry I entered in.
and I the infantry.
My widow offered to purchase my discharge from the marching line. Oh,
That's odd, coincidentally, the very same did mine.
I hesitated to consent. For my consent she waited. I gave it.
With mine I went and never hesitated.
The happy day came near. At length we hoped it would be sunny. I found I needed all my strength to face the ceremony. I suddenly found out I was unworthy to possess her. I told her so at once because I thought it might distress her. Before the words were out of my mouth, there came from the north and flew to the south a something that came unpleasantly near. Clambering, smattering, battering, shattering, dashing, clashing, smashing, flashing, slashing, crashing, missing, but whizzing right past my ear. It shattered itself on the mantelpiece. What?
What was it?
A tremble! The basin called slum. It fell at my feet. It would have been the back of a man who was ever so meek of. So being thus baited, I retaliated and hurled at my widow a crockery teacup.
Between you then there was a fraction,
And I was threatened with an action.
Oh, tell, proceed.
One morn, when I had finished my ablution, I took
A walk.
no, sir, a resolution. Friends and foes, none suppose, nobody knows what I doze. I tie up my clothes, my shirt, my hose, my socks for my toes, my linen for nose. I think of my woes and under the rose I pack up my bundle and off I goes.
Ah, I see you list in a tiff.
Listen. I solemnly walked to the cliff and singing a sort of a dulcet dirge, put down my bundle upon the verge, heard the wild seagull's mournful cry, looked all around, there was nobody nigh, none but I on the cliff so high, and all save the sea was bare and dry. I took one look at the wave below, and I raised my hands in an agony throw, and I stood so near to the rock so steep, and gazed like a maniac on the deep. I cried, farewell, farewell to earth, farewell, farewell to the land of my birth, farewell, farewell to my only love, to the sea below and the sky above. With a glance at the sea of wild despair, I cried, I come. My bundle lay there.
Just there?
At the edge where the Coast Guard's way was chalked. Then away! In the opposite way I walked.
What a clever man, what a capital plan. I've listened with attention. I think that I should like to try your wonderful invention. What a clever man, what a capital plan. I've listened with attention. I think that I should like to try your wonderful invention. Ingenious creation. creature, you disappeared. The suit of clothes was found.
Exactly. And in one of the pockets of the coat was also found a piece of paper with these affecting farewell words. This is thy work, O Penelope Ann.
Penelope Ann. Penelope Ann.
Penelope Ann.
Originally widow of William Wiggins.
Widow of William Wiggins.
Proprietor of bathing machines.
Proprietor of bathing machines.
At Margate.
And Ramsgate.
It must be she. And you, sir, you are Box, the lamented long-lost Box.
I am.
And I was about to marry the interesting creature you so cruelly deceived.
Ah, then you are Cox.
I am.
I congratulate you. I give you joy. And now I think I'll go for a stroll.
No, you don't. I'll not let you leave my sight until I've restored you to the arms of your intended.
My intended? You mean your intended?
No, sir. Yours.
How can she be my intended now that I'm drowned?
You're no such thing, sir, and I prefer presenting you to Penelope Ann. Permit me, then, to follow the generous impulse of my nature. I give her up to you.
Benevolent being, I wouldn't rob you for the world. Good morning, sir.
Stop!
Unhand me, Hatter, or I shall cast off the lamb and assume the lion. Pooh! An insult? You know the consequences, sir. Instant satisfaction, sir.
With all my heart, sir! Banter! 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 Banter!
Easy, gentlemen.
Pistols for two.
Yes, sir.
Stop! You don't mean to say that you keep loaded firearms in the house?
Oh, no. They're not loaded.
Then produce the murderous weapons instantly!
Hark ye, why do you object to marry Penelope Ann?
Because I can't abide her. You'll be happy with her.
Happy? Don't be absurd, sir.
Then don't you be ridiculous, sir.
I can't find the pistols, sir, but I have brought you a letter. It came by General Post yesterday. I'm sure I don't know how I came to forget it, for I put it carefully in my pocket.
And you kept it carefully in your pocket.
Yes.
Margate, Penelope Ann.
Dear Mr. Cox, pardon my candor.
But being convinced that our feelings, like our ages, do not reciprocate,
I hasten to apprise you of my immediate union
with Mr. Knox!
Hurrah!
3 cheers for Knox!
The back second floor room is quite ready.
I don't want it.
No more do I.
What shall part us?
What shall tear us asunder?
Box!
Cox! You'll forgive the apparent insanity of the remark, but the more I gaze on your features, the more I'm convinced that you are my long-lost brother.
The very observation I was going to make to you.
Tell me, in mercy tell me, have you such a thing as a strawberry mark on your left arm?
No.
Then it is he! My hand upon is joined, but yours agree. The house will hold us.
And 2 good lodgers bound to get he'll in his arms enfold us. Rataplan, 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 pun, 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 pun. Oh, rataplan, Penelope Ann has married another respectable man. 3 years for Knox, who lives at the docks, and may live happily if he can. Rataplan, 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 pan, 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 pan. For rataplan, Penelope Ann has married another respectable man. 3 years for Knox, who lives at the docks, and may he live happily if he can.
Rataplan, 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 rataplan.